We all know the clichés, such as dogs are man's best friend or cats always land on their feet. And if you touch a polar bear, it will kill you. In fact, much of what we think we know about animals is completely wrong. The main problem with the way we view animals is that our close relationship makes it difficult to keep an objective viewpoint. We also typically only care about large, majestic beasts because they are rare and more fascinating than what's right under our noses. In our video today, we'll show you 5 things we believe about animals that are absolutely false. We would also like to thank all of you for the support you're showing us as we grow this channel. Without further ado, let's get started. Here are 5 myths about animals that we believe that aren't necessarily true. First, it is widely believed that dogs are man's best friend. Yes, dogs have been domesticated by humans for thousands of years, but if you think dogs love you as much as you love them, then think again. It may seem like your dog loves you unconditionally, but in truth they are acting out of self-interest. Your dog licks your face because food often follows, not due to your overwhelming wonderfulness. The same goes for cats. While they may rub against your legs or hunt mice, they are not doing these things to show affection. Your pets crave food and shelter. They will do the same for everyone who can spend enough time with them and provide for them as you do. Isn't it what we humans do to each other? After all, it turns out we share some things in common. Secondly, it is not true that if you ever touch a bear, you will die. This is the one I even believed until I researched the topic further. While it's true that polar bears are dangerous, there has never been an unprovoked fatal attack on someone by a polar bear in recorded human history. You can approach one safely if you do so slowly and calmly, without pointing or making direct eye contact. Polar bears are extremely fast. They can run as fast as a racehorse. So don't be fooled by their size, because they are just as fast as the much smaller jaguar, and you cannot outrun them. As we discussed in our previous video, animals are unpredictable and hence dangerous because they live in the wild. So I would say that approaching them in this manner is still extremely dangerous. 3. It's far from true that bees can sting once in their lifetime. This is one of the most common facts about animals, but it couldn't be more wrong. Bees can sting multiple times depending on what species they are and where they are located. The only thing that makes them seem to die after stinging once is their barbed stinger, which rips out of their body when removing itself from your flesh, leaving the bee to die. The honeybee, it turns out, is the only bee with a single sting. However, other bees and wasps can sting as many times as their bodies let them. At least in the case of seahorses, as it turns out, it is the males who fall pregnant and give birth to the next generation. Female seahorses deposit their eggs in the brood pouches of male seahorses, and then he fertilizes and incubates the eggs for up to 4 to 5 days until the baby seahorses emerge. As a matter of fact, during childbirth, seahorse dads endure muscle contractions and grow in size enormously. Actually, seahorse dads are capable of giving birth to up to 200 offspring at a time. The lion, the king of the jungle, is not a parasite. He's also a mighty hunter. Lions have a terrible reputation for not helping their ladies hunt, but rather for waiting and eating meals they didn't provide. However, recent research done by NBC News indicates that the king of the jungle may be contributing after all. According to this research, they actually found that male lions are solitary predators who leap out of dense vegetation to ambush their prey. By using GPS to track their movements with airborne light detection and ranging measurements, they provided the exact 3D of the landscape and vegetation where they live. However, this is contrary to lionesses' communal hunting behavior, which takes place in packs. And we all know how female lions are lifelong companions, and their female puppies remain with the pride until they are grown, while male cubs must go out on their own and hunt for themselves. Thus, although lionesses' communal hunting behavior is very common, the king, after all, is not a parasite as we think. About animals are false, there is much truth to be discovered in what we think we know about the animal world. But in the meantime, now you know the real story behind those common misconceptions about animals. These misconceptions, along with many others, have been perpetuated for a long time, but these aren't the only animal myths. So if you have any other common fictions, please comment below. Until next time, thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for upcoming videos. Alla prossima.